I'm Haisten Willis, White House reporter for the Washington Examiner, and this is my year in review. My favorite story that I covered this year was in February when I heard a Supreme Court case that was being heard over the Biden administration's plans to cancel up to $400 billion worth of student loan debt. This was very interesting because reporters are not allowed to bring cameras or even cell phones into the Supreme Court building. This was a big, high-profile case. A lot of interest was in it, and there were protests outside of the Supreme Court that morning. People were giving away donuts and coffee. There were bullhorns. They were giving out free beanies. Just this big celebratory atmosphere. People outside the court who wanted the case to go through and have student loan debt be canceled. Inside was a completely different atmosphere. The Supreme Court is extremely staid, quiet. Everyone was wearing dark shades of blue and gray. And again, you're not allowed to bring any sort of electronic devices in there. So we sat in there. I was able to see the proceedings in person. No one gets to do that unless you're actually inside the courtroom. And I chatted with my neighbors because none of us had cell phones on us. It was really interesting, like kind of social experiment. I even became a little bit of a celebrity with the reporters next to me because I had a watch on and no one else did. So if anyone wanted to know what time it was, they had to ask me, and I told them by looking at my watch what time it was. But it was a really fascinating case as well. Again, at least $400 billion was involved in this. Huge stakes. The Supreme Court did end up striking it down in June, but again, being able to be there and see that in person, hear those important arguments for myself and report on them for our magazine was the top story I did in 2023. I'm Haisten Willis for the Washington Examiner.